This is our culture. This isn't like, oh, a hobby. This is our culture. I've gotten to my first hardcore show when I was 13 years old. I was going to metal shows even younger. My mother booked metal shows. My friends now have children. I have children. It's a family reunion.
If we weren't playing, I think we'd all still be here anyway.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, hardcore music is hardcore because it has a message. Otherwise, it's just like rock music, heavy metal shit that they're playing on the radio. What makes it hardcore is the conviction and the message that we're giving out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you personally want to give out.
Nowhere else is it like this. These are real people. It's not a fucking costume. Bands like Jesus Piece, Black Lives fucking matter. It's like there's no better way to do it than to get a bunch of pissed off kids and be like, yo, this is important. Like, this is why you should see this. This is affecting people like us. And it's a huge platform, man. It's like one of the biggest ones you can do. I mean, Sonny films every set. That goes, people across the world sees that.
So my job with the fest has been filming the bands. I've been doing it since, I think the first year I did was 2009. That's sort of my MO. I basically film a lot of shows and share the footage online. And so I come to the fest every year to document what's going on. I think it just comes down to finding what are the voids. And so for me, like, I started doing this because I wanted there to be an outlet where people could access live video, but also get a feel for the political and social commentary that goes along with it. Because without the social and political commentary, this is just rock and roll. You have bands like Race Trader and Cypher who know that they have a captive audience, and they're using this platform to speak about important things.
You know, we're a fucking loudmouth band. Some people hate us because we talk as much as we play. But to us, that's the definition of this question. This is hardcore. It's about fucking sharing experiences so we can fight fucking power. We feel honored to be here. To have an opportunity to fucking re-engage with the hardcore punk community. Because we think if there's ever a time to be fucking quote-unquote woke, it's now.
It's a really unlikely story. I mean, we haven't been around for basically 17, 18 years, but we were kind of a band that didn't make sense in our era. But now they're like in an era of like rising xenophobia, like racism, sexism, Islamophobia in particular, which is something that we talked about 18 years ago.
You know, the world in general is very chaotic and very volatile right now. I don't think that we're going to do anything today or tomorrow to change the world, but we definitely have something to contribute. Our culture has something to contribute on a smaller level, and we have to nurture that.
My name is Greg Straightedge. I'm with Little Rainbow Sanctuary. We're a sanctuary in North Carolina, and we rescue all animals, domestic farm animals, promote veganism. Hardcore is what got me into animal rights, social justice. In the early 90s, I went to a Positive Force show in DC, and the next day, the Positive Force kids took the money they made from the show and gave away free vegan food to homeless people with that money. You're actually doing something with the words that you said the night before. Everybody belongs here. Even if we have different opinions, you belong here. That's what's great about hardcore, because we're open to different people. Like, back in the day, we had skinheads at the shows all the time. You know, you still got to be able to stand up to these people, because these people are here for the same reason I'm here. They feel different. They like the music. It doesn't matter if all our politics are the same. I'm sure there's Trump supporters out here.
I mean, I'm sure there's a few people out in the audience here that think they're making America great again. But we're fucking scared shitless. And like, it's no fucking joke. And the fact that like, this stuff is being driven by this like hatred, right? Like, who are the fuck are these like immigrants that are coming into our town? Who are these people that say Black Lives Matter? What are all these fucking queer people doing? Trying to like be equal and shit. Like, the fact that that's fucking driving this is really fucking scary. Because the reality is that everybody in this room right now, you're the fucking alt-right's target demographic. They are creating memes and slogans and fucking fears about who's gonna rape your women and this and that to fucking get you angry. They know you're disaffected. They know most of you motherfuckers are white. Most of you are fucking dudes. And they think they can sell you this shit. They think you will buy into it. They think we will all buy into it and fucking be the foot soldiers for a fucking fascist country. And the answer is, you have to make sure that you, and we have to make sure that we don't fucking do that. And as a community, we're a wall. A wall against hate, a wall against violence, sexism, xenophobia.
You know, it's always like this, like, self-congratulatory pat on the back, like, oh, you know, we're anti-racist, you know, you're supposed to, as a human being, you're supposed to be not anti-something, you're supposed to be, I'm for you having full free will. And hardcore has taught me that. You know, I'm a poor kid from a poor white trash neighborhood. I'm a union construction worker, but the values that I got brought up in hardcore have made me a better person.